Hi friends, today is sort of a confessional video. I have some books that I have started over this year. I think it's this year. Some of them may have been from the end of last year. Not really sure. But I have some books that I've started that I really want to finish before the end of 2025. So the first one, and I thought about calling this a pile of shame, but we're not shaming ourselves. If we have books that we haven't finished, we haven't DNF'd them, they're still sitting on a pile somewhere, we're not shaming ourselves. We're just, I don't know. This is the pile of unfinished things. How about that? The first one is actually a book I've read before. This is Elena Knows by Claudia Pinheiro. I was rereading this on audio. The first time I read it physically and really, really enjoyed it. Enjoyed is kind of a hard, not the right word, but it was a really great book. It's about Elena, who has Parkinson's, and she is searching for the truth about her daughter's death. And she tells her story on her medication timetable, schedule. It's really incredible read. And the audiobook is really good as well. I just haven't, I've listened to parts of it and I keep meaning to go back and I haven't. So I would like to finish my reread of Elena Knows. This other one, oh gosh. I think that I started Invisible Man in January or February of 25. I was doing it as part of the group read that Nicole at Noteworthy Fiction was hosting. And I am over halfway through. It's a good read. It's a necessary read. It's very impactful. The writing is brilliant. I just haven't finished it. I don't know why. Honestly, maybe I really think that it's because when things are challenging in the world, I don't necessarily want to go to a challenging book. And this definitely covers topics and parts of our history that are challenging and being repeated. We'll just say that. So I want to, this is the highest on this list, is Invisible Man. This is the one I'm not sure if it was this year or last year. This is Spectrum Women Walking to the Beat of Autism, edited by Barb Cook and Dr. Michele Garnett. This is a book of essays from women who have autism spectrum disorder. I got about 100 pages in, and I wasn't loving the essays, and I think it's more of my background in psychology, and I work with a lot of students with autism spectrum disorder, and I think I was just getting a little frustrated with some of the themes in the book. However, I do want to read this essay collection. One, I love essay collections. Two, I love own stories, so perspectives of the writer living with disabilities. I also want to know if this is a good resource to refer people to, or to recommend to people who want to know more about women on the autism spectrum disorder, because it's often a group that is not talked about a lot. A lot of what we know about autism spectrum disorder is based on males. So I want to know if this is good and if I should recommend it or not. This one, I think, is kind of ironic. This is Why We Can't Sleep, Women's New Midlife Crisis by Ada Calhoun. I started this. This is on, I think, my, what was I calling it? My intentional living list. I do have insomnia from lots of different things, I'm sure. My chronic illness, for one. So why did I not read Why We Can't Sleep in my insomnia time? I don't know. I didn't. So I have gotten through the intro. And I would like to keep going with this. I think one of the problems for me is that the audiobook is an Audible exclusive, and I don't get audiobooks on Audible. I was gifted a few one time, but they were specific books. They weren't credits. So this is definitely a physical read, and I just haven't been reading that much nonfiction physically lately. But I think this would be really good on many levels for me to read, being in midlife myself, having issues with sleep. And I also enjoy Ada Calhoun's writing. So yeah, I'd like to finish this. And then this brick behemoth of a book is one I started. This is, well, let me tell you. It's Far from the Tree by Andrew Solomon, Parents, Children, and the Search for Identity. This is a book that I started in Big Book Summer. I used a credit on Libro FM to get the audiobook for this, and I've only gotten to chapter 2. It's a good book. Andrew Solomon is a good writer. I'm engaged in it. Just haven't gone back to it. So I would like to finish this. It's very, very large. Will I finish this in 2025? I don't know. I don't really know. So these are the books that I would like to finish before the end of the year. Audiobook, essay collection. I can get the audiobook for this one as Invisible Man as well. No audio, audiobook. I'm in an audiobook phase, so I got plenty to choose from, and it's Nonfiction November, so 3 of these would work for that as well. I've also mentioned on here that my goals for 2025, I had a goal of reading a book of the month book every month. Haven't done that. I had a 12 and 25 list. I think I've read 2 of the 12. And then I also had an intentional living list that, have I read any of them? One is here. I don't remember if I did or not. However, that, oh, and I'm behind on my number of books that I wanted to read for the year. But this is my official, I'm not going to get upset about that. I do like to focus on goals, but I don't always do a good job of that. I also had a goal for a low spend year, which did not happen. I moved, and that was very expensive. Yeah, and 2025 was a year of a lot of changes. And so I'm going to be okay if I don't reach my goals. If I say it enough times, I'll be okay. No, I am going to be okay with it. I'm not going to get rid of the 12 and 25, any of the books that I haven't read yet, which was the intent of the goal, because when I moved, I got rid of close to probably 200 books. And that was pretty awesome. I was glad that I was able to do that. I've gotten rid of a lot more since I moved. Well, not more than 200, but more books since I moved. And I really am actually feeling pretty good about my reading year. It's kept me company, and as well as booktube, it's kept me in the loop of booktube and not just spacing out on the community that I love. But there are still, 6 weeks left to read some of the books that I have intended to. And I'm going to start with the ones that I've shared today, the ones that I've started this year. So that's what I'm going to focus on for the rest of 2025. Let me know in the comments below what books you're going to focus on in 2025. Let me know kind of where you're at with your reading goals, how you're feeling about them. If you would like to support my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. I hope you're doing well, and I am really appreciative of you being here, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.